we talked about this early. We knew this was a postseason game. Ratings just came out. We're right behind St. Thomas, and all these games matter, especially when you play at home. So we always talk about protecting home court and trying to steal the ones on the road. And this was a great opportunity for us. The passion was there. I believe the focus was there, but the execution obviously wasn't. And, as hard as our guys, I feel like they work every day, it was tough to see that we just couldn't get the stops. Given a team who averages about 74, 75 points a game, giving up 100 points on our home court, that's something to be a little bit disappointed about. My motto is always that we're going to play the best players, and sometimes it depends on who's having the best night. And I think in this case, offensively, it's our guys. We shot 47.8% from the field, so it's trying to dig deep and see who's going to give us those stops. And we've had some great opportunities. We forced some tough shots that they knocked down, but unfortunately we gave up a lot of open shots, and that was just missed assignments. Everybody can blame one another for things, but what I think our team is doing is looking in the mirror saying, okay, I should have done a little better. I should have did this. I should have did that. So I love that about our group. And it'll be something that we can correct, and we will correct it real soon. When I was blessed to get this opportunity to be the head coach, Keiser University, it was during COVID, so we didn't have a crowd. So now to see 4 years later, to see that, thank you, Seahawk fans. Thank you so much for being out there. I mean, talking about being able to get the momentum shift, like we would get down because of some of our mistakes, but our crowd was right there to get us back going. That was a heck of an experience, and, obviously we want better results, but if we can get that crowd throughout the rest of this season, I think we will be able to make a run, especially on our home court. Vince can be mad at me, but it's hard to take him out of the game. It's one thing about how hard he plays. Like, I don't think I've had the experience to have a player that plays that hard for the majority of the game, but his IQ is extremely high. So he's able to, think and strategize how to score over guys. And obviously we have a few plays to get him in some ISO situations, but the fact that his footwork's good, his shot has developed, and he shoots from long range. So you see other teams trying to strategize or so on how to stop him.
It was a track meet out there, 100 to, 93 or something like that. You got to get stops, especially at home. We have to get stops, and they shot like 75% in the second half, and we can't allow that to happen. We have to find a grit to get stops on defense, and we didn't do that tonight. And we have to find a way, especially when we go to Flomo, and they're the 16th ranked team in the nation. We have to find a way to get stops, and we just didn't do that tonight. Anytime I have a chance to get that crowd going, get us some momentum, especially early on in the game, especially a game like this with everything that's gone on the previous years and stuff like that, being a rivalry and stuff like that, just kind of also calming my nerves down too. It allows me to settle in too, and it settled me in for the rest of the game. We played a guy similar early this year. Thomas, Georgia, had a guy similar height, and I had to be aggressive early. That's what I tell myself is you can't be passive against these guys. You got to pretty much put your force down and not be intimidated. And like I said earlier, I have a lot of experience playing bigger people than me. So just getting them up in the air, getting them out of position and getting them fouls early allows me to settle in as well. And that's what I did. Something one of my good friends at my old school used to do, Donovan Newby, he did the bow and arrow, and I just thought it was just a huge crowd getter, and just a bow and arrow and boom, something that I really get into. And so just the bow and arrow just kind of lights up the crowd, gets people going, and for a moment there when I hit that three and boom, you could tell the momentum was turning our way, and I wish it just kept going for the rest of the game. Sometimes I think about it, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to help my team win as best as I can. I know I have to rebound, boxing out, and that's just something. Like I said, I play with a huge chip on my shoulder, and I don't like being outworked. I like outworking people, and at the end of the day, for me, it's kind of disappointing that we lost, even though I had a double-double. I'm trying to do everything I can to help the team out there, and sometimes it shows up in the stat sheet as a double-double, but I'm trying to do everything I can to help the team win.
Well, I haven't seen the results today, but Flomo is a really good team. They're rightfully so, 16th in the nation. They're very physical. We're very physical. They're a team that can win at 90 points a game or at 60 points a game. They've proven that. So, we're gonna have to grind because this is a team, in my opinion, that doesn't shoot as well as St. Thomas, but our strength is our perimeter. Our weakness is our perimeter defense, and so they dip that shoulder and they get all the way to the hoop. So we're gonna have to toughen up. We're gonna have to use our fouls if we need to, but we got to find a way to get a stop, and we will.